NBA.com's fantasy preview. The guards continues. It's Kamla hanging out with 3D. All he did was hit threes back in his day. Nice fantasy player. But he was a 3. And we're talking about point guards right now. As teased, we're going to count down 5 to 1. And as we start at 5, last year, Baron Davis, not so much.
No.
Hurt, not getting it done in Dunleavy's system. They're at odds, injuries, just a miserable year in LAC. But this year, baby, the beard's back, and he's talking about something brewing in LA. What I'm smelling is big numbers from Baron.
Well, the biggest thing with Baron Davis, can you stay healthy? And if you stay healthy and you come in the season with the right mindset, it's a no-brainer. He can knock down threes. He can get to the basket. And he has the right supporting cast around him to get to assists. So I agree with you on this one, Rick.
Look at these numbers last year. I mean, he's a 2-steal guy. He's a 2-3 guy. He's an 8 to 9 assist guy. And I think he's going to be up around 20 PPG.
Keep his weight down, get on the same page as your head coach, and you will be an all-star.
And he's pumped up that they won the lottery. They get Blake Griffin. This team is loaded. I mean, they have weapons, and I think he's just going to be – I think Baron's going to be balling out there in L.A.
Well, you got young Al Thornton's getting better. He can distribute the ball to him. They signed Rasul Butler in a trade. Now he has to stay healthy. I'm going to harp on that. If he stays healthy, fantasy people, you should be excited.
And Steve Nash, I have him at number 4. Alvin Gentry last year went back to the D'Antoni deal, the run and gun. And I think you're going to see Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire doing the pick and roll thing in the half court. He's going to be scooting and putting up 120 on the scoreboard in transition. Nash is going to have a big year, and he is ready. He's in great shape. Let's listen to Nash talk about his offseason.
Throughout the summer, I work out with a trainer, and I play on 2 soccer teams, and I condition by myself. So, I stay in shape. I really don't take any time off as far as my physical fitness, but I don't play a lot of basketball. I've started playing the last few weeks here in Phoenix with my teammates, so starting to get my rhythm back. But, I just want to make sure that, I can be healthy and get through a full season. And if we do that, you give yourself a chance to realize your goals for the season.
I'm tired.
Last year, Steve Nash only, just listening to him, tired, right?
2 soccer teams? I'm tired. That's too much running.
Well, nobody takes care of their body better than Steve Nash. He has issues. He's got the back. I mean, he's got some stuff that he has to maintain constantly to maintain peak conditioning. Now, here's the deal. I think he gets back into the running for the assist king. Last year it was Chris Paul at 11 per, Deron Williams number 2 at 10.7, and Nash was 9.7. With returning to the D'Antoni ways of run and gun, I think he's in double-digit assists again. And CP3, look out. Nash may get you this year.
Well, you got Jason Richardson on one side, you got Grant Hill, and you got a healthy Murray coming back. I think you're right. Steve Nash should be, if not the assist leader, maybe second behind Chris Paul, because Chris Paul is my favorite point guard.
Well, and we're going to get to him in just a second. CP3, there's much love. And the thing about Nash, too, is the percentages. They're off the charts. The guy shoots 50% from a point guard position. You just can't find that. Hits 2 threes per game. Last year, 1.5. But again, with the increase in possessions and the increase in the scoring, I think he's going to get back to that 2-3 range per game. And now we move on to the top 3 here. And we find Deron Williams, okay? And a lot of you are saying, wait a minute, I thought maybe number 2. No, I got D-Will number 3.
No, D-Will could be 1, could be 2. 3's not a bad spot. But he may be the complete guy that gets his team involved, knock down the threes, can get to the cup, and will dunk on you from time to time, too, if you sleep on him in the fast break. So he's going to be a big-time fantasy guy this year.
Back in the day, it was Isaiah Thomas putting up the 2010s, Tim Hardaway putting up the 2010s, Gary Payton putting up the 2010s from the point guard position. Deron Williams is that guy right now, and obviously CP3 is, and Nash has a lot of 2010s, but Deron last year, 19.4 points, 10.7 assists. The thing that drops him to 3 for me, and 3 is pretty darn solid, is the fact that it's only about 1 3 a game, only about 1 steal per game. If that were 1.5 threes and 1.5 steals, he would definitely be number 2 to me. And the thing that I just want to let y'all know about Deron Williams, remember the ankle that Buzz killed at the beginning of his season, about the first month of the season last year? He says it's good to go, but he said it's probably never going to be the same. He's still feeling soreness in that ankle.
Well, ankles sometimes and knees tend to linger on a little longer. So that may be why he doesn't have it 2 or 3 steals, because he's not maybe playing as hard on defense. But on the offensive end, I think his style of play, he doesn't shoot a lot of threes. That's why you got to have some other players around him to complement for that.
So D-Will is 3. Number 2, he's back, baby. Agent 0.
Who?
Gilbert Arenas.
Hibachi?
He's going to have a season.
Come on now, I love hibachi food, but he hasn't delivered a full entree in about a year and a half. Come on, Agent Zero and all this. I love you to death, but until you stay healthy, I don't want to see this.
Hey, man, all I know, first preseason game, he was supposed to play like 8 to 10 minutes, played 24, was begging Flip for more playing time. He had 10 dimes in 24 minutes. He's going to play strictly point guard this year. He's going to be distributing the ball. He's probably going to have a career high in assists. He's talking about taking less threes, though, and I want to ask you about this. One of the all-time gunners in NBA history.
Shoot the three. No, don't stop shooting.
So he's talking about he wants to be a mid-range guy. He wants to involve his teammates, and he wants to eschew that 25-footer. And he said, I'm used to taking like 500 threes. He says he's planning on taking less than 100 threes. Can a Tiger change his stripes this far into his career?
I don't think so, and that's not good for fantasy if Gilbert Arenas is going into the season saying he's taking less threes. I like the fact he's going to get Karan Butler and the rest of his teammates involved. That will help out the assists. But what made you Agent Zero was knocking down the deep ball. You got to continue to shoot the three.
So you're not buying that at all?
I'm not buying that one bit, because if it's late in the game, you're down by 2. He's not going for the tie. He's going for the win. Come on.
But anyway, love Gilbert. He gets my full blessing. He's healthy. He's ready to roll. I got him as the second-best point guard coming into the season, which leads us to, drum roll, please, number 1.
CP3, are you with me?
No suspense at all here. This guy, the last 2 years, has led the league in assists and steals. 3D, he wins those categories for you by himself.
By himself. The only thing, once again, with Chris Paul last year, had a couple injuries. If he can stay healthy, knock down his jump shot on a consistent basis. He had a little roller coaster year shooting a jump shot, but distributing the ball, getting steals, making his team good every night, yes, he will be a fantasy stuffer.
And he has a deep team. He says it's the deepest team he's been with. He worked on his body to get stronger, to take the beating of the NBA season. Look at those numbers. Are you kidding me? That right there. The number 1 fantasy player across 8 categories last year. Not only the number 1 point guard, the number 1 player. And because of him, Dr. A won the championship in League Freak. He had CP3. It was that simple. He took him to the championship.
He's a fantasy stat stuffer. I might call him Mr. Stuffer this year, because every category he's going to be stuffing them up.
He's got him, man. And 5.5 rebounds, just under a 3 per game. And he's been creeping up every year with the three-point percentage and the three-pointers made. It's really the only thing that's been a little bit of a buzzkill with Chris Paul. No, I don't think so anymore. I think he's going to be at 1 steal a game for you. It's all good with CP3. And this guy's tough. He's a warrior. He never misses a game. We take a break. We are coming back with much, much more. But first, a reminder, opening night of the regular season. You can check this out on TNT October 27th. That's a Tuesday, 7:30. It's Celtics and Cavaliers. Are you kidding me? And then at 10:30. It's ring night at Staples. The Lakers get the rings in the battle for Los Angeles against the Clippers, so we're going to give them a fight.
Unbelievable. Blake Griffin is in the building. Should be interesting.
Yeah, his first game. Blake, you got to get healthy, baby. But we're waiting for that doubleheader. Opening night on TNT. We'll be right back.